Good evening, sir.
All right, so let's start. So basically, in the last lecture, we discussed about what is database, how database play a very important role when you want to store a data, right, in the database. As we know that there are different type of databases are available in the market. We have Oracle, PostgreSQL, SQL Server, many other databases are available. Among that, since we are starting our career as a Oracle DBA, so I thought like we will start with the Oracle only. So for that we have installed Oracle 21C Express Edition, and after doing the installation of this Oracle 21C on Windows operating system, we are trying to understand about the SQL. So in SQL, we have seen like how you can create a table, how you can insert a data, how you can select a data from the table, that we have seen in the yesterday's lecture. Also, I have discussed about whenever you are performing any DML operations like insert, update, delete. After that, if you want to make those changes permanently, for that you need to use commit, and commit you can use, and if you want to roll back the changes, you can use rollback. So what I will do, I'll just open my command prompt again, okay, and see here. So yesterday we have seen that we have created EMP table, and under that EMP table I got to know that there are four tables are there. Sometimes like I don't want to select the data. Basically I just want to know the structure. Structure means like how many columns are there in this table, what are their data types. Like if I say DSC EMP, so this is like a describe. Let me close it. CMD. Let me open the command prompt one more time. I'll connect to the SQL plus slash as sysdba. So yesterday's table was describe EMP. When I fire a describe command, so describe is basically describing the table. Describing the table means it is basically giving me the structure of my table. How? The structure of my table means there are three columns are there. There is a ID, there is a name, there is a salary. There are three columns are there. This is something we called it as a data type. What we called it as a data type means what type of data is going to be stored. So if I take the example of ID, under that number type of data will be stored. Here character type of data will be stored. Here number type of data will be stored under my which column? Under my number column. So basically you can see here that basically what you can see here that this is the column name. So there are three columns are there. There are three columns are there. What are the columns? ID, name and salary. And what are their data types? ID data type is number, so which will store number type of data. If I try to insert any character type of data now in ID, that will not allow. It will not allow me to insert character type of data. I'll just take an example. I'll just give you a small example just to make you understand about that. So let's take an example. I'll just try to insert like, so if I just go here, so if I say select star from EMP, so if I say select star from EMP, let me try to insert into emp values. Okay, in id I'll just insert something called, let's say, x. I'll insert this. Then what is that? Name is, let's say, Sandeep, and salary is 30,000. Okay. So when I'm trying to insert a data, I'm getting the message like invalid number. Why? Because we have used x. X is not a character. X is not a number, right? It's a character, no? So which is not allowing me. That is not allowing me. That's the main reason. Okay, it's not allowing me. So basically, when you are creating a, whenever you are creating a table, on that time you need to specify the data type. So I got to know that the data type of my employee table is id, name, and then salary. These are the columns name. Id data type is number, name data type is character, and salary data type is number. So basically, whenever you want to know the structure of my table, just a structure, I don't want to select the data, so that time you can use describe command. Is it clear, everyone? Okay, try to use that. Okay, on your laptop, guys, try to use that. Try to use this describe command. Int is not the default data type. Okay, int is not the default data type in Oracle database. Instead of int, you can use this number you can use. Okay, fine. So let's take an example, the next part. Okay, see, there is a concept, we called it as a, let's take an example, we called it as a, see, a primary key. Okay, primary key. So what is this? So consider a situation that I have first record is there. I have, let's say, I have first record is id is 1, and the name is, let's say, Sagar. This is my first record. Let's say I inserted one more time, but I have given the name as Nikhil. So there is one thing that you can see here, that your id is duplicate here. Your id is duplicate. But normally in the real-time production environment, or if you see the real-time world challenge, id cannot be duplicate, right? So two-person can have a same name. Like my name is Ankush, maybe your friend may have a same name, but my PAN card and his PAN card cannot be same. My Aadhaar card, his Aadhaar card cannot be same, right? So you need to understand one thing, that there are certain things which are available in the world which are unique, and it cannot be duplicate. Like just take an example of your student ID normally, right? In a single table. Any ID normally, because it's ID, na? Your PAN card ID, Aadhaar card, right? Your account number, that cannot be same. But now if I try to insert a data here, I can insert duplicate record also. Like if I try to insert, let's say I'll add 4. So you can see here that if I check the select star from EMP, this 4 is duplicate here. Even the name is also duplicate. Name can be duplicate, no problem. Even the salary can be duplicate. My salary and your salary can be same, but my number and your number cannot be same, right? That's not possible. So how to avoid in a situation that while creating table, you can mention something called primary key. but where you are going to mention this primary key? You are going to mention this primary key on some column. Which column? Like id column. So while creating table also you can mention that what is your primary key, or you can also add a primary key after the table creation, provided you do not have any duplicate data. I cannot add a primary key now here. Why? Because I have a duplicate records are there. I have duplicate records are here, right? So how to create a table with primary key? Just take an example. I want to create a table with primary key, so I'll say create table. I think we already have a table called, let me do one thing, I'll drop this table. Drop means, how to drop a table? Drop means I want to drop the records as well as this complete table. So for that the command is drop table emp. Simple. I have dropped the table. Now let me create a table. So I'll say create table emp id number 10, but this column, this id, I want primary key. So I'll say primary key. I'll just mention primary key here, primary key. Okay, comma. What is my second number? Name varchar. Now what is this varchar? I'll discuss about that. Varchar 220, comma, salary, it should be number 10. Okay, so I created this emp table. Okay, now let me try to insert a data. So I'll say insert into emp values. What is my first record? 1 Akash. Let's say, let me insert my first record, Akash. What is my second record? Sorry, so id, name and salary. Salary is, let's say, 10,000. I inserted first record. So I got the first record, right? Can I insert the same record again? If I try to do, I'm getting the error message like unique constraint violated. Means there is a unique constraint got created here. On which column? id. On which column? id. So if I try to insert second record now, second record, I can insert Akash duplicate, then salary also duplicate. Why? Because there is no primary key on this column. There is no primary key on name. There is no primary key on salary. The primary key is available only on id. So wherever the primary key is there, what is primary key? Primary key is the combination of two things. Primary key we always give on single column. Where? On single column. You cannot have two primary key in a single table. So what is primary key? Primary key is the combination of unique plus not null. Not null means every employee will have id. Every student will have id. You cannot insert blank id. Like let's say I'm trying to insert like this blank. I cannot do that. Null. Cannot insert null. Blank you cannot add. It is not possible to insert blank because there is a primary key on the id. So while creating table, you can mention the column name, and after that you can mention the primary key. So I cannot use primary key on name column because name is always duplicate. The salary can be duplicate. Again, you cannot have two primary key in a single table. Is it clear? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's do one thing. Let's try to create this table. Okay. Create this table and try to insert duplicate record and see if you are able to insert it or not. If you are not able to insert, it means you're good. Okay, you should get the error message while inserting record like this. Okay, so create one table, try to insert duplicate record and let me know the update.
Sir, there cannot be two primary key in
You
the
cannot do that.
columns.
No.
Sir, so the purpose of unique key is to mention unique data values in a table, right?
Correct.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Let me know once it is done, guys.
Ankush Sir, per name, can we use only unique
For
name for removing that duplicates in name also?
no,
Can we use unique?
then why name? What do you think? Name cannot be duplicate.
Can be.
Then
But can we use like that? Like if we want another column, like to remove it.
if you want, you can do everything. Okay, but that is not logic. We always
Okay.
use a primary key where usually the ID column will have primary key. Okay. If you want to use primary key on name, you can use. No one is restricting you, but there is no sense of using that.
Okay.
But if
Uh, yes, is mentioning identity column is same as SQL Server in Oracle for primary key.
what it is saying,
Identity column for primary key is like initial position is 1 and extending to 1. Is the same as SQL Server compared to
maybe,
Oracle.
maybe.
Okay, thank you.
There is something called, let's take an example. If you want to use primary key on two columns now, so there is one concept is there, we called it as a composite key. Okay, syntax will be same. Let me show you one syntax. Like if I just take this syntax here, like here, this syntax. So I'm mentioning primary key only, but this primary key is applicable to order ID and product ID. So what do you think? What does it mean? What it is doing?
It is considering these two columns as a primary key.
So
Both the ID will be not duplicated.
so basically, let's say my order ID. Okay, if I just take an example, order ID here, and here it is product ID. Let's say my order ID is 100 and product ID is 1000. Okay, this is my first record. I'm inserting my second record, like let's say 200, and here it is 1000. Will it allow or not? What do you think?
No, sir, it should not allow.
Hmm?
No, it won't allow.
The product ID got duplicated, so it won't allow.
So basically, this is the main difference. Okay, this will allow actually. Why? Because this is a composite key, na? It's a composite key. Composite means the combination cannot be duplicate. Did you understand, guys, what I mean to say? So you cannot insert 200 and 1000 again. That is not possible, because these two combinations are duplicate now. But if you are thinking that this is 200 and this is 2000, then you can insert. Did you get my point? I'll just take a small example. Let's take clear out. Okay. Just take example. I'll just paste the same example. Let's say I'm inserting this. Okay, I created this order table. I'll say insert into orders values. What is the order ID? Let's say 100. Product ID 1000. Quantity, let's say 50. And that's it. Okay, I inserted first record. Okay, now let me insert. So this 50 I'll change it to 60. This order ID I'll change to 200. So now will it allow or not? What do you think?
It will allow.
Will allow.
I can insert, right?
It will.
Now can I insert again?
No.
No.
What is the error message I'm getting? Unique constraint violated, because 200 and 1000 it is already inserted. Again I'm trying to insert 200 and 1000. That is the reason. Can I insert this 2000?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I can insert that. So basically composite key is basically the combination of two columns. You got my point, guys? So whenever you are mentioning a composite key, like I'm specifying here a bracket, order ID and product ID. So these two column should be always unique, then only it will allow. These two column combination cannot be duplicated. Okay, is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, now let's try to understand about another statement. So basically, if you are trying to understand the SQL, in SQL you will find a different type of operations. Okay, SQL different type of operations. Like, just take an example, we call it as a DML. So what is DML? Data manipulation language. In this DML you have like insert is there, update is there, and delete is there. Okay, if you remember my yesterday statement, I mentioned clearly one thing, that whenever you are performing DML operations, after that what you need to do compulsory, you need to do commit. You can do commit or you can do rollback. So commit and rollback is coming under where? Which operation?
DML.
No, commit and rollback is not coming under DML. DML contain insert, update, and
TCL.
delete.
TCL.
It is coming under
Insert. TCL.
TCL.
What is TCL? TCL or DCL? Where?
Transaction
control language.
Transaction control language. Okay, fine. So even I don't remember mostly, like, because we do practicals now. I don't remember this. I'm always getting confused with TCL, and there is a DCL also there. So fine. So what I mean to say here. So insert we have seen yesterday, right? We discuss about let's try to discuss about update. So what is update? Consider a situation. I have this table is there, same table. Okay, let me see the data. What is that table? Do we have table? This select star from EMP, select star from EMP. So I have this table is there. Okay, let me try to insert few more records. So insert into EMP values. I'll insert 3. Sagar. I'm inserting this one. Let me insert 40,000. Nikhil. Okay, NIKHIL, and this is my 4th. Let me do commit. Okay, I'm inserting and then commit. And if I do select star from EMP, I can see these 4 records are there. Okay. Now what I want to do, and consider a situation that I want to change the salary of Nikhil from 40,000 to 45,000. I want to change his salary from 40,000 to 45,000. I want to change his salary. So how can I change his salary? I want to change his salary from 40,000 to 45,000. That's what I want to do now. I want to change his salary from. So whenever you want to make some changes into the data, remember my word, I'm saying data, not structure. Whenever you want to make the changes into the data, that time we are using update statement. Which statement? Update. Whenever you want to make the changes into the data, you want to use update. As the name suggests, it is update. What I want to do, so I'll simply use the command, like there is a simple command. So I'll say update what? Table name. Update table name, set. What I want to set? Salary equals to how much salary? 45,000. But which salary? Okay, whose salary? Okay, before that I need to talk about one more concept. I forgot to mention that. Okay, let me show you one more thing. So when I fire a command like select star from emp, okay, let me talk about one more important concept before the update. Whenever I'm trying to select a data, it is selecting all my data, right? I can see the data is coming from 10,000, 30,000, 40,000. Consider a situation that I don't want to select all the records. See, this is just a 4 record. In real-time production environment, you will have a records like in millions also sometimes. Okay, you will have huge record will be there. So I cannot do select star from emp. It is not a good practice to do select star from emp because it will fetch all the records. And when you are fetching all the record, na, your database will be getting hung because you are fetching everything. Na, your database will be slow. So basically in that situation, what we do, we try to select particular data which is important for me. I want to select a data with some, I want to select the data with some condition. I want to select a data with some condition. So what is my condition? I want to select a data where salary is how much? 10,000. So whoever is having say salary as 10,000, I want to fetch only those record. So who is that person who is having salary as 10,000? These two person, right? This person, they are having a salary as 10,000 only. So I want to fetch this record only. How it is possible? So for that you need to use a condition called where condition, where clause. Whenever you have some conditions are there, na, that time you need to use where clause. What clause you need to use? Where. So I'll use the command like select star from which table? emp. But this will select everything. This will select all my data where salary equals to 10,000. So you can see only 10,000 record got selected. Whenever you want to use condition, na, whenever there is a condition, that time you can use where. But condition on what? Salary equals to 10,000. Can I use the condition on name? Yes. Instead of salary, I want to use what? Instead of salary, I'll say where name equals to Akash. As I said, the data is case sensitive. Akash should be like this only. Then and only then Akash record will be fetched. Can I mention the Akash is small letter? No row selected because Akash is available in the capital letter in the data. It is a case sensitive. Whenever you want to use a condition, that time you need to use where clause. Which clause? Where clause. I don't want to select all the column. I want to select only name and salary. I can do that. Instead of star, what you can mention? Name, comma, salary. So, but not this Akash. Which Akash? Capital Akash. So it is fetching only these two record. It is fetching only these two column. So whenever you want to select a data based on some condition, that time you can use which condition? Where clause. Which clause you can use? Where clause. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So you have a table, try to use that once. Okay. Try to use the condition. And when you are saying on string, now you need to mention in quote. Okay. Remember that. Like this. Okay. Try to do and try to use this where clause on your laptop, guys.
Sir, I have a question. So if we don't know the what kind of format of the name, suppose whether it is upper class or lower class. In middle of the string, it might be some low upper classes. So how can we search in that cases?
So when you want, so you can just use the upper and lower. There is a clause is there. Okay.
Okay,
So at that
okay,
time you can use them.
okay. Thanks.
Hello, sir.
Hmm.
If suppose in name we have stored the Akash name two times. First one is capital A and second is small a. If you want to search both small and capital,
You want to search both now? That is
uh,
possible. I'll show you.
Hello, sir. I have a question.
Hmm.
Uh, can we use the primary key after creation of the table, sir?
You can do that. You can alter it.
Even for combined two columns also, can we mention?
You can do that. Provided you do not have any data available, means duplicate data available.
Okay, if in this case in that column which we wanted to provide primary key, there should not be nulls and should not be duplicate values.
See, you already have a duplicate data. Okay, consider that.
Uh,
Consider a situation you already have a duplicate data. Then
okay.
you cannot use there, right? You got my point? You
Yeah,
already
yeah.
have a
No,
duplicate data in the table. Then can you
correct.
use primary key there?
No, sir. No.
You cannot. So that's what I'm saying. If you have a table and in that table there is no duplicate data, okay, then you can add a primary key. But
No.
if the data is there with the duplicate, then you cannot add it. You need to remove that data then.
Okay. 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 Thank you.
Sir, can we update or delete this record? Like
Which record?
this Akash record with the salary 10,000, sorry.
Update it, no problem. Okay.
So if I updated first ID is equal to 1, it will only update the first record, right? It will not touch the second, right?
If the ID is common, na same, then it will touch to both.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry again. Today is my first class, so I'd like to understand. So, for a particular database, what are the all tables are available in database? How can we check in Oracle, like SQL Server?
It's
We
okay,
can
okay.
find it
If you
easily.
don't have all the tables now, it's okay. You can like randomly I'm creating any table, okay, as per the requirement.
No,
So
is there any command like where we can
you
check
can
on?
check here now db underscore tables, but this will show you so many tables actually.
Okay,
If you go here,
whatever.
select owner and table name, you can run the command on this and then you'll get to know. But it will contain the tables which are created automatically, like your sys related tables and other tables also there.
Uh, User defined tables. Is there any?
User defined table, see these tables I created under sys only. I did not use any other user.
Okay.
So even if I'm running the command like any tables which is not created under sys, so
Mm-hmm.
this table also it's the part of sys only now. So usually we should create a separate user and then under that we need to create. We will do that in Oracle DBA.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
it's just a class, so I'm not worried.
Thanks. Thank you.
Okay, is it done, guys? Okay. So you can use this function also. See, can you understand, guys, what I'm trying to do with this function? What do you think? What do you think? What I'm doing here?
Yes, sir. You have been selecting the uppercase alphabet.
So I'm selecting. So basically, what I'm trying to do. Let's say I have Akash is there. Now I'll make it upper. Upper means I'm making it capital, and then this name is under this name. Whatever it is there now, I'm also making it upper only. So this will be showing you both the result. Okay, and you can use lower also, upper and lower. Uh, as said, whenever you want to use any condition, whenever you want to select a data with some condition, that time you can use this where clause. Now let's try to understand about update statement. As I said, update is mainly useful when you want to update something. Like let's say there is a person called Sagar. His current salary is, let's say, 10,000. I want to change his salary from 10,000 to 20,000. So in that case, what you can do, you can use the statement like update table name. What is the table name? Let's say emp set. What I want to do, I want to set salary. How much? 20,000. If I just stop here now, if I'm not using any condition, what will happen? It will update the salary of all employee. I don't want to update the salary of all employee. Then I will use where I'll say name equals to Sagar. So he will update the salary of only Sagar. And if I'm not using where condition, it will update the salary of all the employee. Just take an example. So if I just take example of this, let's say select star from emp, I'll update the salary of Nikhil. Acha, instead of using where condition, so I'll say update table name set salary equals to how much salary? 45,000, where I will use the condition on some column. Which column? Which column is more preferable? What do you think, guys?
ID.
ID. Why ID? Because name can be duplicate, right? Let's say I have two Nikhil are there. If I say where name equals to Nikhil, and let's say I have two Nikhil are there, so it will update that salary on two places. So ID is always unique. So I'll say where ID equals to 4. So can you see here one row got updated? If I do select star from emp, you can see here that the 4 Nikhil got changed to 40,000 to 45,000 now. This is the way you can change the salary. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is the way you can change the salary. So ID, normally we use the where condition on ID. Okay. I can use it on Nikhil also here. No problem now. Like, because I do not have any other Nikhil. So I can say where name equals to what name? I can mention, let's say Nikhil. And I KHIL. I can do what salary I want to change. Let's keep it 50,000. I can do that. One row updated. So here from 40,000 it got changed to 50,000. But remember one thing that I told you initial itself. Is this a permanent change? I updated. Is it got permanently updated now? Is it got
No, sir.
permanently updated? No.
We
No.
have to
I want to
commit.
We
make
need
that
to give commit.
permanently. What I need to do? Commit.
We need to give.
And if I do rollback, what will happen? Instead of commit,
One
I
step
do
back.
rollback. So what will be the salary?
45,000.
40,000,
40,000.
not 45.
Sorry. Okay.
Earlier it was 40, then we changed to 45, and then we
45.
changed to
Yeah.
50.
Correct.
But if I use update, now what is the salary? 50. And if I do commit, what is my salary? 50,000.
50.
If I do rollback now, what will be the salary?
50.
50 or 40?
50.
50 only. Why 50? Because
After
once you
commit,
make the
rollback will be.
commit, you cannot do rollback.
Right.
Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Use this.
Sir, is that possible to update the Akash salary?
Is it possible to update?
Akash salary if the ID was same for both Akash.
No.
No, that's not logically possible.
Because where you will use the condition, right?
Yeah, sir.
But there is something called row num we can use. Like just I'll show you that. Okay.
Yes.
Just
So by using ID, we can change the salary of Akash.
by using what you're saying.
Where clause where ID is equals to two
No,
or
he
one.
is saying that there are two records are there, and both the records are 100% same to same.
Okay.
His question is, let's say I have two records are there. I'll discuss about them.
Hello, sir. I have one doubt. In MS SQL, we do not use commit. So is there some auto commit or something like that which happens
Auto
in
commit
MS
option
SQL?
is there in PostgreSQL. It is there. I don't know about the MS
In
SQL, but
MS SQL,
PostgreSQL
except MS.
internally will do auto commit.
Okay.
So this commit rollback, it's not a concept of only Oracle. These are the generic concept you will find everywhere.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, some database they will do auto commit, like as I said, PostgreSQL. There you don't need to do commit and all. But there is a configurations, like you can change the configuration that you don't want auto commit to happen. So you can change that.
Okay.
Sir, if I want to update the Akash, ID number one Akash salary to 20,000. Am I audible?
Just tell me.
Yes, sir. If I want to update the Akash ID number 1, salary is 20,000. So I can use update M table name and set salary equal to 20,000 where name is equal to where ID.
ID equals to 1.
So it will reflect as a. Okay, sir.
Sir, how many columns we can add in one table?
No problem
Is
in
there
that.
any?
Number.
Is okay. Even records also n number of records, sir?
So let's take an example. So if I say where row num equals to 1, so it is updating first. Okay, so if I say update emp set name equals to Pankaj, where no num equals to 1. Did you understand, guys, what I did? So did you understand what I did, everyone? So here is one scenario. Okay, just take an example. Assume a situation that there are two records are there which are 100% same, means one Akash 10,000, second one record also one Akash 10,000 only, both the records are same. Now here it is 2, but you assume that it is 1 only. Now the question is, I want to fetch only first record, so there is internal column managed by Oracle, we called it as a row num. It is an internal column where row num equals to 1. So it will fetch which record? It will fetch? First record. Where row num equals to 1 means it will fetch. So internally it is managing one column called row num, means row number. This is the internal of Oracle. So let's say this is my first, second row, third row, fourth row. So whenever I say where row num equals to 1, it means it will fetch which record? This record. Now my condition is, let's say this is 1 only. The condition is I want to update only first record. This record I want to update only first record. So how will I update? I'll say update table name set. What I want to update? I want to update name. So I'll say name equals to Pankaj. I want to update the name as Pankaj. But which one? I cannot mention ID equals to 1 because there are two IDs are there. Because there are two records are there with the ID 1. I cannot mention where name equals to Akash because there are two records are there with the Akash. I cannot mention salary equals to 10,000, right? Because there are two records are there. So it will update both the record. So what I will mention, I'll mention where row num equals to 1. Row num equals to 1 means which record? First record.
First.
Is it clear, everyone? That's what I have done. When I say where name equals to Pankaj, where row num equals to 1. When I say row num equals to 1, now what does it mean? It is updated only first record. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Is this kind of same as surrogate key in data warehouse concept, sir? I mean,
I'm not sure.
Is this kind of surrogate key function in the data warehouse usually?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say here that for every record which is available in the Oracle database,
Mm-hmm.
it has one number, row number, row number 1, row number 2, but this is not the, like you can see in the table structure. If I do DSC EMP, I cannot see that row column, but it is there
Okay.
internally.
Okay. Thanks.
Default situation has a capability of creating nothing.
Update is done.
Sir,
Hmm.
in the in that employee table only 4 rows is there. That's why we know first one is row number. If suppose n number of rows is there, how can we know the row number?
So row number is a incremental, na? See, what is the row number of first record? 1.
One. Suppose 100,000 is there, na, so how can we know that number in between middle of that?
What do you want to do first?
Row, I want to find the what is the row number of particular in 1,000 records in the middle of that. I want to find the row number. What is that? How can we find? Is there any command?
There is no command. Fine guys, okay, so that's okay for today. Okay, in the next lecture we will discuss about how you can delete the table and some other things we need to discuss. Okay, today we discuss about how you can update the table, we discuss about how to use the primary key, we discuss about what is composite key, right? All those things we have discussed. In tomorrow's lecture we discuss about the describe also, right? In tomorrow's lecture we will see some more interesting stuffs like your delete and all. Okay, that more than that we'll discuss. Okay, fine guys, yeah, thank you, let's get to.
Thank you so much, sir. I have been watching your Oracle videos from last
Yeah,
1 month. So they have been very useful for me. So that's why I have joined this class. Thanks very much for part of being your class.
thank you.
Thank you.